What's happening now? Will I need to go home? Am I safe here? What happens if all the borders close? So it was a very stressful time.
First week in, definitely would describe freshers and the transition to uni as overwhelming.
I wasn't really prepared for the mental effects that would have on me.
Just the way that it's all being done, it just sort of like weeks go by and you don't even realize it. It's kind of crazy how we're getting so close to the end, and it feels like we've only just begun.
2 days after the uni closed, my friend told me, Ane, the president in South Africa has just announced that their borders are closing for all international flights. The next day, my president announced that our borders would also be closed. My family and I decided that I needed to catch a flight as soon as possible to get back home.
I moved here from Amsterdam. When I was leaving, the hardest thing was not even confronting my own emotions, it was seeing my parents and their emotional reaction to me leaving. When you move, it's always the people who are staying behind that they get the most emotional. And that was another thing, I didn't know when I was going to be able to come back. I'm hoping that I can see them for Christmas, but probably won't see them before then.
Tutorials and lectures are online. My lectures are pre-recorded, which I kind of see as a good thing because that means I don't have to get up like at 8 a.m. to go to a lecture at the university. I can just watch it whenever I want to. And for me, who is trying to be organized but somewhat failing in the first few weeks, I think that's particularly useful.
I must say some days, especially since uni has started, it's been quite difficult for me because I just feel like the work never ends. I attribute this to online learning. I mean, I've gone almost a week without leaving the house. Not because of restrictions, just because of the sort of crushing weight of work. But I'm dealing with it.
There's always a bit of anxiety around assignments. The way I view education is very linked to my emotional state. I definitely think that I've had a fair start to the term. I've had quite a decent, I dare say strong start in terms of managing my time and understanding the material. It's a bit more hectic now, trying to find that balance between doing my readings, doing my assignments, and then still having time to myself.
You know, uni life is so much more than just going into the university and studying. A lot of people think that, you know, first year, COVID, any person in university are just spending all their time inside. That's not the case. Flatmates and I are climbing up Arthur's Seat for the very first time. All we hear from every Scottish person is that Arthur's Seat, it's a quick climb, 20 minutes, like a small hill. Yeah, and then we look at this. How is that 20 minutes?
We're in Scotland. They have mountains here. That's another thing that I do love about this city that I didn't get in Amsterdam, is Amsterdam is flat. And I love climbing, love hiking. All things considered, it was not a bad freshers.
The adjustment in Edinburgh has been really good. Honestly, I feel really comfortable. In terms of the university workload, we're about to finish the term. I will ultimately say I'm enjoying the experience. I'm grateful, honestly.
I think we'll probably look back on this time and I can just imagine me sitting around with friends over a coffee just sort of complaining about the time we had to stay inside and how when we're older we'll say, well, kids these days don't understand the struggle we went through. So I think of that and that cheers me up quite a bit.